What's up, guys? It's Lefty here, back with part 2 of how to use a live odds screen to help you make more well-informed bets. If reading a live odds screen is new to you, make sure to check out part 1 of this series. I'll try and link part 1 in the top right-hand corner now. It'll definitely be in the description below this video. I explain all the basics in part 1, and that's going to help you better understand what we're discussing in this video, which is part 2, which we're going to go over why using a live odds screen is helpful. Most common question I get asked by far is, what's the number one tip to help me win more betting sports? I always respond with the same thing, and it's just line shopping. It's something anyone can do, takes no special skills, and maybe the biggest benefit of using a live odds screen as part of your handicapping process, you can see all the different odds in real time at all the different books and get an idea of what the consensus line is or the average line is at most sports books. You don't want to be making a bet on a team or on a total at the worst of the number. Looking at the highlighted column here, if you're looking to bet the over in the White Sox-Royals game, you want to be looking for over 8 and not just settle for over 8.5, because you can see both are available in the market, which goes back to line shopping. You should try to have as many sportsbook accounts as possible in order to shop for the best lines. You also want to be aware of where these games opened up at. Sticking with over-unders, you can see here in the open column with the arrow, both games opened up at 8.5, but eventually during the day before the game started, it moved down to 7.5. Betting under 7.5 would be taking the worst of the number. Now, of course, we can see the score, and we know both games went under the total, even if you bet under 7.5, but you don't want to make a habit of betting the worst of the number. Ideally, using a live odds screen, you'd be able to see the total start to move and bet it before it bottomed out at 7.5. You won't have a ton of success chasing steam or betting the worst of the number after lines have moved. Now, the overall goal really is to get closing line value, which means making a bet at a better price or number than what it closed at. Yesterday, I had a best bet on the under Royals-Orioles game. The highlighted column up at the top, the total opened 7.5, but moved down to 7. I bet under 7, and sure enough, it landed on 7. There are a few ways we can predict line moves using a live odds screen. I'll discuss them in part 3 and part 4, but one way is understanding the differences between the sports books on the screen and how they operate. There's sharp books and square books, and knowing the difference is important. We will discuss this and more in the next part of this series. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Stay tuned for part 3 of how to use a live odds screen. And remember, if you want access to this live odds screen, you can do so by joining the Betting Network. The invite link to join the Betting Network Discord is in the description. You can join as a free member and still get access to the live odds screen for free. But that's it for this one. Until next time, may all the loose balls and all the umps calls go your way.